Welcome to my channel. Life is relationships. Heartbroken habits in relationships. Introduction. Relationships can bring joy, connection, and personal growth, but when they break down, many people develop patterns of behavior that are self-destructive or emotionally unhealthy. Research from psychology, social behavior, and neuroscience shows that heartbreak isn't just an emotion, it shapes habits that may hinder healing and future relationships. This report explores the most common heartbroken habits, why they occur, and how to overcome them based on recent studies. 1. Obsessive rumination.
Definition: continually thinking about the breakup, replaying memories, and analyzing every detail. Research insight: studies show that rumination increases negative emotions, prolongs distress, and interferes with emotional recovery. Nolan Hoeksema, 2022. People who repeatedly relive the past are more likely to experience anxiety, depression, and lowered self-esteem. Why it happens? The brain seeks closure and tries to make sense of loss, but rumination traps the mind in a loop of regret and longing.
2. Social withdrawal.
Definition: avoiding friends, family, activities, and social life after heartbreak. Research insight: a 2024 relational health study found that individuals who isolate after a breakup often maintain emotional pain longer than those who stay socially active. Human beings are wired for connection. Isolation weakens emotional resilience and increases depressive symptoms. Why it happens? Pain causes avoidance. People withdraw to protect themselves from further hurt, but this strategy backfires by removing emotional support. 3. Idealizing the ex or relationship.
Definition: remembering only the good moments and ignoring the negative dynamics. Research insight: cognitive dissonance research, 2023, shows that people often distort memories after breakups to reduce psychological discomfort. This rose-tinted memory strengthens attachment to someone who may not have been emotionally healthy or compatible. Why it happens? The brain tries to soften emotional pain by rewriting the memory, making the past look better than it really was. 4. Self-blame and negative self-talk.
Definition: constantly thinking, "It's my fault, I'm not good enough," or "I'll never find love again." Research insight: emotional health studies highlight that internalizing blame leads to lowered self-worth and a higher risk of prolonged distress. Negative self-talk also predicts avoidance of future relationships due to fear and insecurity. Why it happens? The brain needs an explanation for loss, and self-blame feels like taking control, even though it's unhealthy. 5. Rebounding too quickly.
Definition: entering a new relationship immediately after a breakup as a coping mechanism. Research insight: a 2025 attachment research report found that rebounds can delay real emotional healing. People often transfer unresolved feelings into a new partner, creating instability and emotional strain in the next relationship. Why it happens? To escape pain, people distract themselves, but they rarely address the underlying emotional wounds. 6. Excessive social media monitoring.
Definition: stalking an ex's online profiles, checking statuses, and rereading old messages. Research insight: digital communication studies show that constant monitoring increases feelings of jealousy, regression to the past, and emotional contagion, prolonging distress. Why it happens? Social media makes the ex still, visible, preventing emotional closure and reinforcing attachment. 7. Suppressing emotions instead of expressing them.
Definition: ignoring or holding back sadness, crying, anger, or hurt. Research insight: emotional regulation research highlights that suppression leads to rebound effects. Unexpressed feelings surface later with greater intensity, often disrupting sleep, focus, or self-control. Why it happens? People fear vulnerability, so they bury emotion instead of working through it.
Why these habits hurt more than they help.
Heartbroken habits are coping mechanisms, but they often become emotional traps. When thoughts remain unprocessed, relationships are not truly let go, and emotional wounds are left open, long-term mental health and future relationships can suffer.
Scientific tips for healing.
Checkmark: acknowledge your feelings. Naming emotions reduces intensity and helps the brain regulate stress. Checkmark: stay socially connected. Support from friends and family accelerates emotional recovery. Checkmark: avoid rebounds until you heal. Give yourself time to reflect and grow before entering a new relationship. Checkmark. Practice self-compassion. Replace self-blame with self-care to rebuild confidence. Checkmark. Set digital boundaries. Limit social media exposure to avoid emotional triggers. Checkmark. Use expression not suppression. Talking or journaling reduces emotional buildup. Final thought. Conclusion.
Heartbreak is normal, but the habits that follow can either slow your healing or strengthen you. Research shows that while behaviors like rumination, withdrawal, self-blame, and social media monitoring may seem comforting short-term, they prolong distress long-term. Real recovery involves awareness, emotional processing, support, and intentional coping strategies. Choosing healthy habits transforms heartbreak into resilience, self-growth, and emotional readiness for healthier future relationships. A heartfelt thank you for watching until the end. If you enjoyed our time together and would love to continue this journey, I would be so honored to have you subscribe. Don't forget to leave a comment and say hello. I love hearing from you.